And salutations, it is I, Professor Macabro, here again to share with you another video. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What are we going to talk about? Well, let me tell you. It is well known from here to Timbuktu that Professor Macabro loves The Simpsons. Yes, indeed, that lovable cartoon family that started all the way back in the Tracy Ullman Show as little short cartoons. They were poorly drawn, but, it was a while back. But you kind of grew to like the characters. And a lot of people liked the characters so much that, of course, they got their own TV show on the Fox network, premiering with a Christmas episode. Yes, indeed, where Homer doesn't get his Christmas bonus by the evil Mr. Burns. And he gets what little money he has, dressing up as a mall Santa, and bets it all on a dog, and the dog loses, and Christmas is ruined. But then the family keep Santa's little helper, and it's a happy little episode. And it continued on to a much successful TV show that's still going strong 34 seasons afterwards. Yes, indeed. Now, a lot of people will say that the quality of the seasons has taken a slight decline. The highlights of the seasons are from seasons 2, because that's when the show started getting its proper footing, up to season 11. That's when people seem to have dropped off. And I have followed the seasons, and I do agree the newer episodes are not as stellar as the first ones because they do seem a little bit neutered. A lot of characters have been taken out because they're not PC, and yes, we've lost people like Poon, Hasapina Petalon, and of course Bumblebee Man, but I think he came back in a recent episode I haven't seen. So the show has gone through a lot of changes that people have not liked. Of course, also as a horror fan, The Simpsons are a highlight for me every year because they showcase the Treehouse of Horror episodes. Yes, indeed, these little anthology episodes that highlight horror movies or give us them a certain Simpsons style. Yes, indeed. Again, the earlier Treehouse of Horror were better, then it started dripping in quality. Used to be in the early Treehouse of Horrors, you would get 3 solid episodes, and now you're lucky if you get 1 solid episode in the anthology. Yes, indeed. But they're still a cultural icon. Yes, indeed. And they also started dipping into music. You know that episode, The Monkey's Paw, where Bart wishes that the Simpsons were fame and fortune, and they were rich and famous, and then they started appearing everywhere. That's actually what happened to the Simpsons. I guess that's also what made people be sick of them, you see. Because they were everywhere. They were in toys, they were in CDs, they were promoting everything. Who could forget the you better not lay a finger on my Butterfinger commercials? Yes, indeed. And Professor Macabro, well, collected a bunch of that. And that's what I wanted to talk about after that long-winded explanation about this, you see. Yes, indeed, because Professor Macabro does indeed own, not all of them, to my knowledge I'm missing 2, which I'll talk about. But he did collect the Simpsons CDs. Yes, indeed. And this is the first one, The Simpsons Sing the Blues. Now, they hyped this actually a lot when they were promoting Do the Bartman. You remember Do the Bartman? No one remembers Do the Bartman. Only old Professor Macabro and a couple of diehard Simpsons fans remember Do the Bartman. Do the Bart and do in the can. Everybody do the Bartman, and so on and so on. Even Steve Urkel had his Do the Bartman at one point. But this one is all original songs sung by the cast in the voices of The Simpsons. And it was a little peculiar experiment, but, I had to get it because it's The Simpsons. So I indeed got the first one, The Simpsons Sing the Blues. And then, taking a page from the Beatles, they did release this one, the Yellow Album, paying homage to the Beatles. And again, a bunch of songs that were sung by the cast in The Simpsons voice. And I like the cover of this one. It's very cool how they recreated the Beatles album in this one. And a lot of the cast, well, they try their best to sing. And some of the lyrics aren't really particularly good. But if Adam Sandler can release a couple of CDs of him singing, well, why not The Simpsons? And again, it is what it is. It's a curious thing, a tie-in related to The Simpsons. And those first two albums were not particularly my favorite, I must admit. I collected them because I collect, I used to collect a lot of Simpsons stuff. I've, of course, cut down. I have more things. I still have a bunch of things, like board games and other stuff that I might showcase in another episode if you're curious. Yes, indeed. But I wanted to focus on CDs because I'm going through my CD collection. And the big one, the one that I really, really liked a lot, is this particular one that it is open, but I am a madman, and I like keeping my CDs and DVDs in the original plastic cover because I feel it protects them from the elements like dust and the such. So it is open. I can't pull it out, but it's not sealed. You see, I'm just a madman, and I keep everything in plastic as best as I can. But this is The Simpsons, Songs to the Key of Springfield. And this is my favorite of all the albums, you see, because it is a compilation of little songs that were played in The Simpsons. And just to show you how many, you might have to pause it and excuse the glare, but those are all the songs that are in this thing. Whereas Simpsons Sing the Blue or the Yellow album, it has a very limited number of songs. This thing packs a whole bunch of songs from the series, like a whole bunch of them. It has the whether igloo, hot, disindoor, geodisibdone. There's no structure I'd help into that I'd rather call my home. And I can't sing anymore because I'll get copyright. But I must admit, Professor Macabro, there was a time when they would repeat the Simpsons episodes on the afternoon over and over and over and over and over again. Then I had a couple of seasons memorized by heart. I get to memorize everything and do the whole episode by myself. My entire lexicon is pretty much Simpsons quotes. So I played the shit out of this, and I remember a lot of the songs, and my Simpsons obsession was actually something I was super hyper fixated on The Simpsons, so I memorized the shit out of this album, and it had a lot of really cool songs that I thoroughly much enjoyed, so this is my favorite album. But that particular album not only came with the CD, but it came in this really cool box set that has this aforementioned CD. It has a poster, this image as a poster, and it has, I think it was 250, I don't remember. Yes, 250 piece puzzle, which I haven't taken, I haven't found this thing for a while, and I still haven't taken the time to actually build the thing. I don't even know if it's complete. For all I know, it might be missing a couple of pieces, because that's usually what happens with all the moves that I've gotten and the like. So I hope it's complete. But yes, this is my favorite of the Simpsons albums, and because I replayed the shit out of it, and I memorized it by heart. But it also has the box set, the little poster, and of course, the 250-piece puzzle. So yes, this was released by Rhino, and I love this one. This is my favorite of the Simpsons albums. And I did release another one called The Simpsons Go it's Go Symphonic with The Simpsons. Yes, indeed. And this is also a little compilation of songs that were played during the TV series. So yes, you can see a whole buttload of them. I feel these work better than Simpsons Sing the Blues or the Yellow Album because these were related to the episodes and they're really little segments of the story. And I just feel that works better as a compilation album. This one, I will admit I don't like it as much as Songs to the Key of Springfield, but it still has a nice long compilation of songs from the TV show that is still pretty cool. There are two other albums that I don't own. One is Simpsons Testify, which I believe is the last of the compilation albums that they released. And the other one is the soundtrack for the Simpsons movie. Yes, indeed. As a completist, I'm not gonna lie, I do want them to complete the set, but I have not been able to come across them anywhere. Either secondhand, or any of the Goodwills, or any other places that I shop around. But bet your ass that if I ever come across the original soundtrack to the Simpsons movie, or Simpsons Testify, I'm gonna get them because I want to complete the set. Yes, indeed. So, yes, just a little peek at the bizarreness that is the collection of Professor Macabro. Yes, indeed. I had the yellow fever, something bad, and I did indeed go balls deep in collecting Simpsons stuff. Oh boy, I have gotten rid of some of my Simpsons stuff, but the cooler pieces, like those soundtracks, I have kept. So if you're interested in seeing more Simpsons stuff, let me know, and I'll look up what I got and share it with you. Yes, indeed. Did you like The Simpsons? Are you still a fan from day 1 to season 34? Did you drop off? When did you drop off? And have you heard any of the Simpsons music albums that I have mentioned here? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.